everyone, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. Today I'm just showing a little petting zoo style park that I've put together with the new sandbox mode on all the islands. This is the Takano Research Facility. It's nothing too crazy. I honestly just kind of made this because I'm sure if you all have been keeping up with everything, there's a lot of videos showing off the brutal carnivore kill animations for the new herbivores. The Homalocephalae and the Nigersaurus in particular, those are so gruesome, and the dinosaurs are so cute, and they're just slaughtered. So this is, there's no carnivores in this park, so this is like an anti-kill herbivore video. I don't know what Dr. Wu is paying those people, but he's not paying me to kill any of these herbivores, so... obviously it's not a true petting zoo, because that's not a function in the game, but I've included dinosaurs that feasibly might be able to be petted or at least maybe fed from the Jurassic tour truck that's going around. At the same time, I know it's not meant to be a thing where the dinosaurs have no privacy, because this is not challenge mode or anything. I've actually gone to decent lengths to construct the enclosures so that either food or water is within easy guest view, but one of the other ones is more hidden off to the side, like so. In this Nigersaurus Kentrosaurus enclosure, both of the feeders are hidden off to the sides over here. Another thing that is really neat that was part of the free update is, as you can see, if I zoom in, that there is my Jurassic Tour path, and you're able to put sand and other textures over the path now. It's not just the ugly dirt in the middle of your sand or rock or whatever now, which looks fantastic. You can do the same thing on pathways here. So like normally there would be a little lining of dirt protecting or separating the path from the sand, but now it looks all neat and uniform. So that allowed me to kind of make this little strand of beach, and it's like there's a pathway for the guests to walk up and get even closer to the fence. Let's see, what else? So yeah, like for example here, I've got the feeders for the Homalocephalae very close to the edges for people to see, but I've given them lots of seclusion for drinking water. I know that's not a function in this game, but in Planet Zoo there's actually a feature where the animals want certain amount of privacy. So I'm kind of simulating that feature here. It's not an actual requirement. This enclosure over here is one of my favorites I've done. I basically just made a little mountain and put the feeder up here. And we got Sauropelta, a very underused dinosaur for me anyway, because it's such a terrible challenge mode dinosaur. But so as you can see, the tour goes up the mountain, and he goes and sees them eating up here on the mountain. And then it will head on back down. Let's see if... And the walking animation still looks intact as they're going down the hill. It's not too, chunky or anything. I want to see what the truck looks like going down the hill. But yeah, isn't that cool? That used to be all dirt where the truck's going, but now it looks like it's going over rocks. So yeah, this one's got Euoplocephalus and Sauropelta. Over here we've got Kentrosaurus and Nigersaurus. Let's see, let's click on this guy over here. A very hippo-like dinosaur for this game, anyway. I'll try to catch one running later. When they run, it's very adorable. I couldn't tell which death animation made me pity the dinosaur more, the Nigersaurus one or the Homalocephale one. I know there was one for the Homalocephale where, like, I think it's one of the medium carnivores throws it to the ground and it's still alive and is trying to fight it off with its little feet, and then it just gets destroyed even further. But over here we've got Oranosaurus and Dryosaurus, kind of an iguanodont themed enclosure. Let me find all of our Dryosauruses are huddled over here. They make very cute noises. They have some really good skin patterns too. I was very happy to have this one back in the game. I actually think these last three, the Dryosaurus, Homalocephale, and the Nigersaurus, are three of the best dinosaurs that they've added. All of them have, well, I'm not sure if the Nigersaurus does, aside from the death animation. But all of them have unique animations. I think the Dryosaurus's running animation is unique. That's the one complaint, criticism, or whatever you want to call it, with the Homalocephale I have, is that when it runs, it's just like, it just looks very, very like jittery, which, I mean, maybe that is how they ran. Let me see if I can catch one running. They're so small. Here's one, but it's not running. It has this little pecking animation, and that's like all of that's new. So I mean, I actually think this was the best pack of dinosaurs so far. So yeah, that's about it. And there's nothing too fancy going on here with this. I just figured I wanted to make a video about these new herbivores and the terrain tools update before I get going with Planet Zoo. I've downloaded the beta and I've played it a bit. That game looks amazing, but it definitely has a learning curve as far as understanding how things work and how to make pretty enclosures. Did you guys notice? I'm not like a Nigersaurus expert, but look at its back feet. Its claws are like pointed outwards. Kind of see it. And let me switch to camera capture mode. Its back claws are like facing the other way. It's kind of odd. But I don't know. Maybe that's probably what it is. Or what the fossil suggests anyway. This last enclosure over here has the hybrids, well as a nice coastline view. Just because and Archaeonithomimus, that's one of the other dinosaurs I've hardly ever used at all. And Ankylodocus and Stegoceratops. This is actually the challenge mode Stegoceratops that you get from this island. I think it's the coastal one. It was just neat to use some different dinosaurs. This is a very tiger stripe looking Ankylodocus, the step pattern. I'll be honest, I don't think I've used this dinosaur at all since the Dr. Wu DLC. It's not that I dislike it, I think it would have been fantastic if this dinosaur was able to fend off, or at least was immune to being killed by the Indominus somehow. But it dies just like all the other ones. But anyway, that's gonna conclude this one. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm not really sure what's next with this game. It's really interesting to me that they put in Homalocephale because it's so small. That kind of suggests the possibility that maybe there will be... Look at him, he jumps on the feeder like that. That's so adorable. How could you possibly kill these guys for sport? Dr. Wu fanatics. I'm being facetious here, so I'm just joking, but Um, anyway, the fact that they put Homalocephale in and made it this small suggests that maybe they'll put in something like the compies, or maybe even like a like the little microceratops or something like that. Look, they're so close, saying hello to them. I have to get a picture of this real quick. It's too good to pass up right here. It would be fantastic if I actually haven't tested this. We'll test it just for fun. But in Operation Genesis, if you there were certain dinosaurs that it was safe to let them roam around the zoo, and the guests actually loved it. So let's give that a try. I don't. Okay, so they don't. Homalocephale scares them apparently. I'm really curious if Homalocephale will they like trample them, or they don't seem very interested in trampling any humans. I'm not sure if you saw, two of them ran straight into the enclosure, of course, but great survival instincts right there. We'll just load a previous save. But that's gonna conclude this one. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know which of the 3 new herbivores is your favorite in the comments. For me, I really like all 3. I know some people aren't the biggest fan of the Nigersaurus. It actually is like probably tied for my favorite with the Homalocephale, just because it kind of won me over. It's very cute, and I want to see if I can get one running. And it fits that like niche of having a small sauropod in the game, which we obviously didn't have before now. There was other small quote-unquote sauropods. Oh wait, is he about to run? Yes, look at him. Like that, it'll run like this when the large carnivore grabs its tail and throws it back, and then slices its neck open, and it's so sad to watch. But anyway, between the cute running and it just reminds me of Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. So anyway, Nigersaurus and Homalocephale are probably my favorite, but I really, really like Dryosaurus too. So that's it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I think I've said that 3 times now, so apologies, but have a great one, and I'll see you next time.